It's only a couple more meters until they get to the starting line, and then it's everyone for themselves. And he's off, and Kiz is getting absolutely swallowed by the pack. But the straight line speed of the Aston is helping him out.
As they go into the first corner, trouble on the outside. Straight up into P3. He's gone, but he still has to defend. It looks like Gillis, I think Eddie has dropped down quite far already. He started in P4, so he's now in P5. And Gillis making absolute moves from P5 up into P3.
And now Eddie threatening trouble as well. He could have had P2, but now he might be down to P5. Trouble losing out on another position. It's a horrendous start for Trouble, as Eddie almost getting into the... Oh, it's Trouble losing even more positions now. It's Xavier through now as well. So now he's listening to us, so we'll stop talking about him to make him a bit less nervous. But that's the Snake car now moving side by side with Fennec, the M&M car on the inside. Stays on the inside for the embankment section. Now Matt's still leading this race. Keza somehow coming out of all that. Still in second. Gillish as your new third place, followed by Eddie Xevious. Still Trouble in sixth. And in the back, we still have Ricky. So that means that no one died in the opening few corners, and that is great news.
As we head through one of the trickiest sections on the track, the bus stop chicane. If you get this wrong, it could be so easily a DNF for your car.
Yeah, and we have been notified as well that the in-game track limit system will be used for the bus stop rather than the traditional MSR lines. Meanwhile, the top two, once again, running away with it. They're already a full second ahead of anyone else, and I think it's going to be quite the repeat of last race for those two, at least.
Yeah, it seems like they've just got those atoms. I think Eddie makes a move on Gillis.
Well done. A lot of side-by-side action going on through 2 and 3. Everyone keeping it on track, though. It's quite remarkable. Usually you see some people going off there as the 3 wide. Now it's 3. And I think who's that coming out on top of it? It's still trying to recognize who's in which livery, but either way, well done from the trio of them. I think there are some positions being switched over here, 2 by 2, into start-finish section.
Up to P11 as they head into the first corner. Oh, and who's that coming up?
That's a Milka car passing 2 teammates right there. Now a Saxony car looking to make it another overtake as well.
Wildman have taken both of them through the first corner. That was absolutely... Oh, and also, who's that off?
That's Jedlin. That's Jedlin. I mentioned it before, and that's another car off. That is Ricky.
Properly making moves. I think currently...
Hold on. Exus is making a move on screen on Jedlin around the outside of the hairpin. It's going to turn into the inside, going into the oval section. But he can't quite send the car down there. Just not enough space to do so, and it stays 1 by 1 by 1. Yeah, he did mention the pack spreading out a little bit. I think this is the closest fight we currently have. It's down in 15th place. Jedlin getting pressured by Exus and Cuckoo. Oh, that's very... I'm not going to say erratic braking, but definitely not the most predictable. That could mean that Cuckoo has another move cooking.
Yeah, identical almost to the way that they've just managed to get a better exit off that corner. But will we see an identical lap turn 1?
I'd be very surprised if we do, but I will say one difference is the daylight. This is, of course, going to be one full in-game day, and you can already see Sunset has progressed quite a bit, and Cuckoo now this time hugging that inside line like it's their favorite piece of grass and getting the overtake done on Exus. But we're looking at the fight for P14 now. Cuckoo once again taking the fight to Jedlin. So we take the bumper cam once more. Look at that braking into turn 1. Very different lines, and Cuckoo's just absolutely sending it, and they touch.
That was a dive bomb if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, I think Cuckoo realizing there that that would have been a bit of a Verstappen-esque shove, and is not the most gentlemanly way to be going about overtake. So giving the place back to Jedlin. I don't want to distract from this wonderful fight, but it does seem like we have something brewing here for P8 as well. Marcus getting pressured by Trouble and Mammoth now. Oh, and that's a pretty bad exit from both Mammoth and Marcus. So Trouble now sending it down the inside of the final corner, trying to reclaim that position that he lost earlier, and it could well end up being 3 wide on the main straight.
Trouble just does not have the straight line speed compared to the Aston. And of course, Marcus is going to tuck in behind. Oh, but he's touched the wall, I think. And he's gone very wide indeed. And that's going to be Trouble holding on to, well, P8 from Wild Mammoth, but making the overtake on Marcus, who made a mistake there. For a move on Xevious, decides to stay behind, going into the bus stop.
You were begging for a first there. Does seem like a bit of a cut though. I don't think he got too much of an advantage out of that, but Andrew is the one who has the best exit. He is closing in on the 2 teammates here. Will he be able to send it down the inside? That's the question. Will anyone outbreak themselves as they make it 3 wide across the line? Imagine if this was the finish. Mats and Keza now pitting from the lead.
Down into the turn 1.
Look at how wide he went to try and get a cutback, but it didn't quite work out for him. Potentially losing 2 spots. Is he going to send it on the brakes? Onto that inside line, and a lot of dirty track out there, not a lot of grip. Marcus loses a spot to Mammoth. Trouble holds P5.
Oh, very, very close, of course. The later in the night we go, the colder the track temperature is going to get. That has already caught out multiple drivers, it seems, tonight.
Yep, I can attest to that. I've had some races myself where as soon as we got into the nightly hours, my tires just decided to stop being anything resembling the word safe. And then you really got to change your driving approach, as that's now a send around the outside into the oval section around Trouble. Mammoth really going for some crazy moves here, but it looks like it might work. He's yeah, he pretty much has space to cut back in now. And he does. And will Trouble be overtaken by Marcus behind as well? Yeah, Slipstream now. He's boxing him in. We've seen Marcus touch the wall before, but he's got the move done. Trouble.
Almost side by side into turn 1. A lot of people adjusting their line, going into the braking zone.
See the 2 brothers side by side yet again, but Fennec still not able to get past. That's an aggressive move there from Baron's teammate around the outside. Ooh, can Escher make it stick? It's bold, it's brave, but it's not quite worked out.
Yeah, it was a very bold move. Almost got it done, but especially on your teammate, it's gonna be ballsy already.
Yeah, I will say though, a bold move around the outside is definitely less risky for your opponent than a bold move down the inside. So there's at least that. As we once again continue this fight into the oval section. Meanwhile, Xevious up ahead in P2. Update has caught Keza by another second, as has his teammate Eddie, now only 14 behind. We'll be catching Gillish soon. Look at that, we're going side by side into the bus stop. That's always risky.
Whoa, this battle is absolutely amazing.
Hold on, I think we might be missing out on some action here. Quickly gonna double check. Trouble and Fennec side by side yet again. The 2 teammates behind doing the same. Who's gonna come out on top? Trouble has the inside for the upcoming hairpin. The Fennec is just ahead. Who's gonna break later? It's Fennec. Is Fennec gonna make that corner? He has. That's move done for Fennec, just behind as well. Escher not able to replicate that success. Stays behind their teammate. He's also having a look at Trouble now. Down the inside. Trouble not getting even 1 second's worth of a break here, and he's lost another spot.
Following behind, so this could be close. I don't think he's going to be able to get Xevious, but it might be close between him and Eddie.
Eddie coming out right now. Is it going to be side by side with Keza? Let's go on board with him. He has a chance down the inside. His
oh my god, Xevious is off!
Wait, what? Oh no, another driver caught out, and that's, who's that with him? Is that Andrew? No, it's his teammate.
And it looks like Eddie might have a potential run in the slipstream. on the outside now. The Aston's still quite far ahead. Eddie's touched the wall, and that's going to send him wide, wiping out one of the cones.
He's done a Marcus. Hopefully he's not got any damage from it. But he managed to recover with minimal time loss, and he's already having another look. Keza gives him the space, not taking any chances. He's going for the lead. It looks like he just... I'm not sure if he tried to give that place back or if that was just a missed gear shift, but that's Keza back in front. Ahead for the lead. It's Keza versus Eddie. Eddie around the outside. Is he going to be able to make it stick? It's a bold move, but he has to hold on for now. Eddie, though, I think definitely going for moves here. Around the outside again.
Oh, last time we saw a move like this, ended with the person in the grass, but he's stuck to his outside. Might be able to get the run out the corner. Still
Traction.
side by side, going into the onto the banking, but Eddie not able to capitalize.
Definitely one of the replays of all time. Meanwhile, Keza's been losing time, actually. Hold on, what's happened here? Oh, he's lost his rear wing! Holy cow, he's off the track at this point for safety reasons. That could give Fennec P2.
I think it's going to be a replica of last lap where Marcus goes a bit deep. Xevious once again closing in after turn 1. Does he look for a dive? No, he doesn't. Marcus fending the inside. Xevious looking for a better exit. Does the switcheroo. But can he get a better exit than Marcus? They're side by side, but we know the straight line speed of the Aston. But is that just the top end? It is, as Xevious slots himself up into P6.
Rounding the final corner now. Well done, Eddie.
Across the line, finishing P1, 30 seconds ahead of the closest person, which is Fennec in P2. And just had the pit stop strategy and just didn't make any too big of mistakes, which just allowed him to slip up into that first place.
Fight for P4 continues on. The final stretch now. Is Jedlin going to hold on to the inside line? Is he still going to be ahead by the time they get to the finish line? He's going quite high up. I think that would cost him more time. But he's going to be hugging that inside line now. It's going to be side by side. I think Jedlin takes it. That's very, very close, but